Welcome all to a Rumble Sky night in the Deep South. It's between raindrops that we bring you to Statesboro, Georgia. And on a weekend where the league celebrates its 1,000th match tonight, we follow up on its first. The tie that struck the match in the USL League One comes off the calendar with South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville Triumph. Folks, as you look at the table, it is a clear picture of import. South Georgia Tormenta, Greenville Triumph with points so premium, reduced opportunities in this backstretch below the playoff line. Greenville have struggled to win away from home. If they are to get all 3 points today, it could be massive in their pursuit of the playoff picture. South Georgia Tormenta needs to find the form as they have in a couple of the recent matches after a rough start. 3-8-3 to begin the year, a 2-1 win at Union Omaha. As a primary fixture, as the center back partner, he has been so important in shoring up some of the leakage for South Georgia Tormenta that has plagued them all season long. If they are to get a result today, his defensive effort will be important in quelling a very potent Greenville attack that has had some disparity home and away. As we look at that contrast here, home, very good. A lot of points, a lot of goals, not a lot of goals against, but the big one, it's about triple the yield at home, Greenville Triumph, that they have had away from home in terms of the points per game average. And if they are to get into the playoffs, that will have to come up. The lowest total of points gained away from the upstate of any team in the USL League One, only 4 on the year. 3 consecutive road games for Greenville starting today. They have to crack that formula if they want to get where they want to go in 2025. And Tyler Polak, his veteran presence, will have a big hand in maybe getting them there. This is a player that has seen everything. He is a player that also was on the field for Greenville on that fateful day when this league set sail over 2,000 days ago. His productivity in the wide spaces might be the key battleground. Ian Cameron was certainly mindful of his presence in the attack and how that opened things up for Greenville Triumph with the overloads. Up next, kickoff here in Georgia. South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville Triumph locked up. Another playing of this famous clash in the USL League One is on the other side of a break. Folks, much more to come when we return here in the Peach State.
I need to try it first.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
And it's for the 24th time that South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville Triumph find themselves at odd live from Tormenta Stadium. This is the USL League One. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Optum Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine partner of Tormenta FC. And maybe for South Georgia Tormenta, this is the medicine that will get them back on track. For Ian Cameron, the starting 11, Mason Turnbridge back in the side today as he will run things from the 10. A goal against Greenville in 4 prior engagements for him down the years. Antwala Bawana and Nianjo providing the width. Yaniv Bazzini is the number 9 chosen to try and breach the defense of Greenville Triumph. He shuffled in goals and an assist in his career against South Georgia Tormenta. He will try to add another. The famed Chattanooga Red Wolves lead light, trying to find his footing in the starting 11 for Greenville today. Another chance for both these sides to excel up the table. It is a cloudy, overcast day in Statesboro. South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville triumph eye to eye, right where it all began. 999 games ago, the heartbeat of American soccer pumps on. Over 2,000 days later, Greenville triumph in South Georgia Tormenta. Howdy, folks. Peyton Keller here to take you across all that this 90 minutes has to offer. It should be a good one. There is serious motivation for both sides to get back right. As Mikel Rashid shepherds back to Austin Pack, who's back in the starting 11 today, taking the #1 shirt from Sam Jones after a brief stint away with injury. Chapo Herrera, back in the starting 11 for this one. He was injured on match day 2 against Union Omaha and has been working his way back to top fitness. Greenville triumph advancing, the only League One side to get out the group stage in the Jägermeister Cup. He had to come on and play 60 minutes in reserve in that one. For Zeke Soto, he gets the start today and gets his side on the front foot. It's Rodrigo Robles straight away. A stellar stop from Austin Pack. Rodrigo Robles cutting the opposition apart. It was an incisive ball. Austin Pack was alive to the danger and made the stop. An early warning shot. Austin Pack forced to shake the rust off immediately as Robles opened up on the left foot. Found that little soft spot on the last shoulder of the last man. And was that close to opening the whole thing inside the first 90 seconds. It is a slickened surface today. Only seen a couple players taking spills. Just something to file away and dog here as we move away through the night. Rain has been falling. The chest of Papa Mensah. Corvino. Tyler Pollock's struggling to settle there, and it's out for a throw. There's a good look at Tyler Pollock. He's looked across the line at the side he faces today plenty of times. Oscar Jimenez. Leaving back. Cabral, Jimenez. Pushed away and Corvino latches on. Stretching those long legs. He's been waiting to get out of the gate. Opening up for Papa Mensah, and now Robles puts a foot to it. Space on the wide side, Toby Sims and Ben Zakowski. Zakowski shuffling in. Connor Evans spots a man in the center, never makes its way to Papa Mensah. Picked back up by Robles. Triumph setting up camp in the attacking half to start this match off. Been a problem area for them. They have been more than once snake bitten in the first 15 minutes of games. 6 goals this year allowed in the first quarter hour. Joint most in the USL League One. Anthony Patti. Nearly fumbled away by Toby Sims. Custody of the ball, a little bit harder to come by so far in this one. Tormenta extending forward to try to apply some pressure to the opponent. And it's paid off, they've won the ball. Connor Doyle. Jimenez all the way back to Austin Pack. Line-breaking ball into the mid-park, and Ben Zakowski will provide the defensive cover. Patti to drive it ahead. Tormenta will often see tonight committing extra resources and keeping the width defensively, trying to prevent those fullbacks, Toby Sims and Pollock joining up. Standing wide, Sims, and smartly looks up and locates Pascal Corvino, who hits the gas. Ben Zakowski Bodies forward for Greenville, ball in from deep. Well spotted for Rodrigo Robles, but it's a skipping stone. Across a placid pond and out for a goal kick. Greenville, a big shuffling of the side. They've failed to play the same starting 11 in any league match this year. In a matter of speaking, in the words of Rick Wright, something that is not by intention, but maybe has helped them a little bit. All players available, ready to step up when their name is called. Scuffle in the center of the field is ended by Oscar Jimenez. Niangel and Tunbridge muscling through the mid-park. Niangel has the wide man, takes it on himself, and it's stopped by Rankenberg. Had the outside shoulder runner of Handuelo Bawana posturing in at the back stick, and Jonathan Niangel saw his name up in lights, took it on his own responsibility. It's a tiny little layoff as Greenville were all out of sorts defensively. Gunther Rankenberg makes it look easy though. Rankenberg was not in the starting 11 in the Jägermeister Cup against FC Naples. Seth Torment, the ordained cup keeper, back in the side today and ready to make an impact. He's had to fight a little bit for the #1 shirt in recent weeks. Papa Mensah makes some claims for handball. Press working wonders for Greenville. Corvino picks out his corner and just misses out. Left it tall, Pascal Corvino from an odd angle. Brimming with confidence. Player that this coaching staff feels is the most competitive maybe in their whole squad. Newly left a mark inside the first 10 minutes. Mikel Rashid is upended. Foul is awarded immediately. Center official today is Drew Klemp. He's not asked to do a ton just yet. But with how hotly contested this one often is, the officiating will be a key point, and right on cue, the first booking of the match. Jonathan Niangel impeded as he drove towards goal. It looks like Chapa Herrera will be the one sitting on the cushion. Not much question in this. Herrera, it's certainly a careless tackle as he left his feet. Don't think there was much of a chance of that ever being upgraded to a red, but a certain yellow card. Chopper Herrera has been sent off already twice this year. A fiery player at the base of midfield who will have to be mindful the rest of the way. And this is a dangerous free kick here. Within swing for South Georgia Tormenta, in by Tunbridge. And it finds its way in. South Georgia steaming out of the gates and finding the edge in the first 10 minutes. Helped along by Mikel Rashid, and it's 1-0. He was one to watch. Greenville didn't. Rising highest and flicking one home. Sometimes the battering ram is the best answer. Not mincing words, at point blank. Mikel Rashid with the home side ahead. What an impact he's made. And Greenville, who had been running the game early, find themselves behind. Mikel Rashid scores his first goal for South Georgia Tormenta. And his group have propulsion. Now the goals have never been the problem for Tormenta. The question is, how sturdy can they be defensively? And fast-firing footing straight away here in the Peach State. Greenville have gained the fewest points on the road of any USL League One side at only 4, and the task is tall today. Toby Sims turns one in. Corvino waiting on it. Attaching himself is Tyler Pollock. Corvino.
Stay in the zone. Don't jump anymore. Stay in the zone.
Greenville grabbing hold.
Tyler's in behind.
Probing ball down the far flank. Sims doing well to sort it out. Zakowski chopping back onto the right, shuttling in a cross that's summarily dealt with the first obstacle. South Georgia Tormenta trying to play out from their own ends. Good look at Gabriel Alves, who in many ways has been the best creator for Tormenta this year. Made a huge impact this season in USL League One, stepping down from the championship ranks. Not sure if that was the plan for Mikel Rashid, but it will fall into the custody of Oscar Jimenez, who has room, and Tunbridge. Buona and Tunbridge again. He's been an active figure in the midfield so far for Tormenta. Trying to connect the attack with the defense. Sent skyward by Gunther Rankenberg. Austin Pack. Floated off the chest in the end, Joe. He's bound up and fouled. Free kick for Tormenta. USL on the CBS Sports Network kicks off August with a League One battle of the South. Newcomer Naples take on South Georgia Tormenta FC. This very same side Wednesday, August 6th. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. League One back in the spotlight. FC Naples, that piping hot start to the season. Life in this league, they've cooled off considerably. Both these teams bobbing about at the playoff line. A game with stakes, as so many are this time of the year. Another foul called by Drew Klemp. Toby Sims the one interfered with, and he sets his back in motion immediately. Mensah is clattered and no call given. Mensah's down. Leo Castro's not in the 18 today. And hopefully Mensah's all right. This could spell real trouble for Greenville in the strength department. Papa Mensah back in the starting 11 for the first time in 16 games in all competitions. And it may not be a long outing, as that was a harrowing collision. Physios are on and providing the attention Papa Mensah requires. If you're just now joining us, Mikel Rashid, by way of a dead ball delivery, was able to nod home the opener. Only a couple minutes gone. Greenville forced into the role of pursuance straight away. So Papa Mensah thankfully back to his feet. It's been a physical one so far. A match that will require much of both teams. It's taken that shape early. It's been physical, it's been feisty. Players have struggled for footing at times. Looks like the rain has subsided though. Serving, if anything, the role of dropping the temperature a little bit. South Georgia summer is nothing to sniff at. Tunbridge just rolls the drop ball back in motion, down by Tabonare. match trouble, striking again for Greenville in their ugly head. They conceded early against FC Naples inside the first 5 minutes of that game. They're able to come back and take victory 2-1, so that will provide them a little bit of uplift. But Tormenta playing with their tails up right now. The sliding intervention just enough for Toby Sims to take that attack off course, and Tormenta fresh back into the game. Will give chase to one deep into the South Georgia ends. Austin Pack. Press has been active early for Greenville. Rodrigo Robles trying to narrow those passing lanes and force us to take away. Connor Evans. A bit rudderless in tow, and not for long for South Georgia Tormenta. Brendan Fricky and building up the tempo once more, Greenville. Triumph have surpassed the 50% threshold in the possession department. 28 times in 42 games for Rick Wright since he took over as manager. His last 2 seasons, and they've had much of the ball so far. They might have an opportunity here. Rodrigo Robles. Stuffing first touches, crosses blocked. In for Mensah. Ropapa Mensah, an agile bit of defense. Tabonare at full stretch takes it off its heading. And on course is Mason Tunbridge. Able to disguise the ball through for Yanni Pizzini. Back the other way. Chapa Herrera. And Polak and Herrera again. Robles. He's been a thorn in the side. The cover provided by Oscar Jimenez. Only moments ago, Greenville finding themselves in similar position on the attack. There's Robles at the heart again. You see him carving the half yard. Tyler Polak punching one into the box, and it was a great look at goal. Only to be turned away by even better defending. Tabonare at full stretch. Inside, embattled once more. Setting to endure a long throw from Toby Sims, who's come all the way over from right back to take this. There is a stir in the box. Greenville trying to get even. Shifted shortly and back in for Sims. Tuning in his cross. Top of the box for Zukowski and Polak again. Heavy first touch from Pascal Corvino. Cleared up at the back from Tormenta. Greenville starting to turn up the temperature in attack. They've averaged nearly 14.5 shots per game, top 10 all-time in USL League One. You do wonder what tack Tormenta take, just in how much pressure they're willing to absorb. Dean Cameron, always a manager who likes to control the game with the ball. They are in a block right now. Look how little space is available between the lines. Sims still up there. A little reshuffle from the earlier throw. He can't catch up, and it's back with Tormenta. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DNA, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network, for 2 upcoming matches. Monterey Bay FC face off against FC Tulsa Wednesday, August 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, and Lexington SC battle Phoenix Rising FC on Saturday, August 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Lexington, of course, were in USL League One last year, starting to certainly find themselves in the championship ranks. Great opportunity against the 2023 champions, Phoenix Rising. Another foul is given. The count starting to climb in that department. Alexandra Focia, Trevor Haddock, and John Rush, the remaining officials making up the crew today, joining Drew Klemp. A well-aimed ball taken down expertly by Jimenez, back in the middle. Chipped along to Tunbridge. Doyle picking up his head. Now it's Nianjo. Jonathan Nianjo can't whittle through. And it's a corner kick. It escapes beyond the reach of Toby Sims. And Greenville must dig the trenches once more. Already conceded one header in this game. Kilmer Sheet and company do damage again. The big man is from his natural defensive position, trying to have every advantage ahead of this dead ball. Be pumped in by Gabriel Cabral. Swooping to Tunbridge, who looked to take it on the volley and does, and that proves the wrong decision. Always was going to be quite difficult to catch that just in the sweet spot. Not sure if this was the rehearsed plan or if the ball wandered off course, but nonetheless, it's a goal kick. Rankenberg. Well, that's clean from the goalkeeper. And Chopper Herrera walking his side. The attacking end. Toby Sims now. Corvino. That was actually a wandering Rodrigo Robles. He is a player that has the opportunity to pick out his spots wherever they may be in the attack. Has free range of the final third. Greenville hunting in packs. Able to catch it cleanly. Alves dicing and dancing on the far flank, and it's returned out of play for a throw. Alves has been such a positive force for South Georgia Tormenta. Nearly 50% of his passes this year have been forward. As his side thrust into the final third. Nianjo. Around him is Tunbridge. Nianjo infield. Still Jonathan Nianjo. Toppled at the top of the box. What's the word?
There's no contact on that.
Brendan Fricky pleading his case. It does not appear for the time being that it will be a spot kick, but it will be a free kick. Just outside the edge of the 18-yard box. Nianjo shifting in on that left foot of his, and it really was awful close. Brendan Fricky, the one who put in the tackle, missing out on a penalty by a matter of inches, if that. Already the fifth foul committed by Greenville Triumph in the first half of this first half. Renders real threat for South Georgia Tormenta as they drop the blueprint ahead of this set piece. It would take some blinding technical ability to get it up and down over the wall from this tight end. Get back on target with enough pace to really cause problems for Gunther Rankenberg, but players in the side that can do that, namely the form of Mason Tunbridge with that level of imagination, ability to match. It's a barbershop quartet of players pleading their case. Bolaboana has given up the fight. Nianjo, Tunbridge, and looks like Cabral over top. Nianjo, a dink, and it darts over top. It was a mischievous little effort. I think Gunther Rankenberg would have had that covered no matter what. Mensah, he's the target. Playing by Corvino, and now Zakowski. Corvino, he's slashed down, and things are starting to really boil up. Yellow cards out of the pocket. Looks like Cabral is the one caught. Both eights in the book so far. Chopper Herrera, the earlier one. Tormenta playing with the extra lift of the go-ahead goal. Digging in and defending their turf, tooth and nail. Greenville have been so lethal on this kind of free kick this year. Connor Evans, already the franchise all-time leader for single season chances created from set pieces. As he stands over top, they scored 4 times in the league. Greenville triumph from indirect free kicks. In by Evans. It's at the back post. It's headed across frame. Arriving late was Chapa Herrera. He just showed it a passing interest as it's out. It will be a goal kick. Chapa Herrera, you mentioned the red card problems. He's also been able to offer an unparalleled amount of offensive prowess this year. 2 goals in the league. Did have a penalty saved against FC Naples in the Jägermeister Cup last time out for Greenville. But he has been much more dangerous to opposition goals this year than in years previous. Getting on the ball from deep, Chapa Herrera. All 11 bodies back behind the ball for South Georgia Tormenta. Taking on a very defensive posture. Polak finding some freedom on the flank. Carving it a pass to Connor Evans. Robles and Corvino. Now this is where Ian Cameron really feels like his side, if they grow, can be a threat this year in the defensive phase, as the searching ball over top will find the feet of Rodrigo Robles. Robles unable to unlock anything in the attack. Corvino, the intended man, but won well by Tyler Polak and Chapa Herrera. Polak. Robles and Evans. It will require industry and intuition from Greenville if they want to solve this Rubik's Cube. Dug in deep, South Georgia Tormenta. Hesitant to call it parking the bus this early. Certainly circling the wagons, trying to protect the edge that they've earned. Guiding wide for Sims, and Greenville happy to use the full width of the pitch. Pumped into the area and glanced away. Pushed along to Niangel. Just running out of road. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, told it's the player's choice. And much of it belonging, in fact, to Greenville triumph so far. Nearly a 60% share of the possession for the visitors to be expected given the game state. Half an hour come and gone. Deep down in Georgia. What a touch from Zukowski, almost too good. It's stuck in the mud, and it's back with South Georgia. Niangel hopping on his horse. Does he have the pace to get by Polak? And at the last seam, Tyler Polak intervenes. That seems to be the avenue of best choice for Tormenta on the break. Get the ball to Niangel. Blur away and get you up the field. Tyler Polak is in for a real cardio session today. Jimenez and Tunbridge. Tilting to the opposite side and making headway. Handwalo Bawana. Tunbridge calling for it. Intercepted by Chapo Herrera. Jimenez. Pollock is right there with a fearsome tackle. And Robles has freedom on the flank. Roping the ball along. Greenville in transition. Pressing out on the attack. Ropapa Mensah now. Connor Evans. Spare man is Toby Sims. Ball flushed to him. Ground pounder that's stabbed back by South Georgia. Now count starting to climb. Not necessarily uncommon for South Georgia Tormenta this year. Averaging the most per game in terms of fouls drawn, another in the catalog, provided by Pascal Corvino. Greenville with everything to do here. Second engagement of these two sides on the season as Cabral is back to his feet. In fact, the last time these two teams played, it was in the Jägermeister Cup, the lone loss in the competition for Greenville on the opening day. 2-1 results in that one for South Georgia. Broke up a streak of 5 straight wins for Greenville and 6 unbeaten, their longest ever in the rivalry's history. Tunbridge. Chapo Herrera has a word. Missing out is Pascal Corvino. Handwalo Bawana. Oh, that's cheeky. It's still going. Final ball not there, but back with Niangel. He has the ball taken from him cleanly. Fricky ahead. Mensah unable to get out of the gate. Feels like Mensah has struggled to find the chemistry as the outlet. Leo Castro has held down that role, the team's all-time and season-leading goal scorer. Getting a rest here in this one, Tunbridge. Unable to conjure the inspiration, taking the ball in. Chapo Herrera ducking away. Gets away from Doyle. Growing more and more frustrated triumph here on the road. Good goal scorer Mikel Rashid, now Oscar Jimenez and Rashid again. Doyle. Contested heavily, all the way back to Pack, who has to play this at feet. Cool customer, Austin Pack. Takes it in stride. South Georgia Tormenta continue their march. Oh, what a ball. Niangel had just drifted offside. Mason Tunbridge, though, rarely have we seen him this engaged in recent weeks after amazing start to the season for him. Did score last time out against Miami FC. Also created 4 chances, nearly carved out another here. We don't have the best angle on the replay, but it looked like Runner may have just about stayed on side. Matters not now. Twisting into Niangel. Greenville remaining committed in their press. Advantage being played, but nowhere to go. Corvino once more involved. The foul that should be given will be the earlier one. It did look like, no, it did take a chunk out of Oscar Jimenez there. Thought it was maybe more of a brushing contact, but certain the whistle was well awarded. Oscar Jimenez, who's in his own right coming off a great game against Miami FC. Had an assist in that one. Been called to play a couple of different roles this year. Longtime two-time USL Championship veteran in Memphis, and much more notably with Louisville for many years, trying to add that heightened level of professionalism, if you will. Maybe more distinctly, the understanding of what it takes to win at a very high level to this Tormenta program. Anthony Patti. Mensah, it's a rondo. Slipped wide for Ben Zakowski. Sims and Zakowski again. A promising move for Greenville, ducked away by Rashid. It's a faulty first touch from Corvino, but kept by Chapa Herrera. Patti. Fricky. And Sims. Pollock. Apparently the ball has cleared the line. Maybe Pollock had come back from an offside position before the ball was delivered. One did hang in the air for quite some time. Pollock making up plenty of ground to put himself amongst it. Play back underway. Greenville take ownership with a throw. Eight touches in the box so far for Greenville. Have been knocking out the door. They lead the league in that department. Overall box touches on the year. They lead the league in a lot of offensive categories, in fact. It's just that final thing, the most valuable finishing note that has been so elusive for them in 2025. Corvino. Chapa Herrera opening things up. It's a mortar shot off the head of Oscar Jimenez. Second ball flung away by Mason Tunbridge. Patti sorts it out. Pollock. Robles sweeping in. Pollock's on it. Ball across the bow. Nicked back to Ben Zakowski. Spinning and twisting with a pirouette. It's Pascal Corvino. The shot's blocked. This is much more like it, though. Greenville finding the groove. Patti. Needled wide to Pollock. Robles. Patti and Robles again. Greenville failing to dissolve this determined defense from South Georgia. Knocked away, looking for Toby Sims. Pollock. There's space where Pollock vacated his defensive duties. Niangel, Pollock racing to get back involved. It is a clamping challenge and a professional foul, a clear yellow card. Tyler Pollock a little bit upset with how his teammates maybe covered in rotation. Left little choice with Niangel at the controls other than to just create the contact to stop that move, take the threat out of the counter. Tyler Pollock, the most recent to go in the book. Zakowski, nobody in behind, and Rashid picks it up. There was some concern that we would even get out of the blocks tonight. Rain has subsided. Thunderstorms circling the region. All quiet on the Western Front, though, in the weather department so far. Tormenta took the lead early. They've yet to relinquish their grip. See if there's a twist in the tail ahead of halftime. A somersaulting tackle at the edge of the area. Swept out. Tunbridge waiting. And it's snapped back by Anthony Patti. Now Fricky. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Corvino. Triumph of yet to really test Austin Pack outside of that opening chance inside the first couple of moments. He'll try his gloves here. Pack is up to it. And the drift of the ball. He caused a little bit of a spike of the heart rate, more than he thought. Austin Pack back in the starting 11. His 15th league start of the campaign today. Georgia native. So far, he's kept a clean sheet. Only done that one other time in the league this year. One of the most distinguished in league history. Tunbridge trying to distinguish himself in this game. A phenomenal touch, the ball unable to meet that specific quality, and it's with Polak. Robles holding up. And rifling long Zakowski. Never really had a chance to put himself up amongst it, but he does now. And foul is given. That's Alves. He's at least going to have a discussion with the referee.
Yellow card has been issued on Gabriel Alves for Tormenta.
Alves just a yank at the hip of Toby Sims. And his name is taken. So 2 yellow cards for each team. Alves and Cabral for South Georgia. Polak and Herrera for Greenville. Once more, it is a somewhat thinned out bench today for Greenville. No Siobhan Marsh. He broke his nose and apparently played through that broken nose, providing a winner. That got Greenville out of the group against FC Naples. Had an operation on that this week and should be back and ready to go quite quickly, but not able to make the trip today. Castro given a bit of a rest as well. Zeke Soto picked up a bit of a knock against Naples. That yields to the question of Greenville are to change it in the second half to try and save one of those players that's sitting on a booking. Not a lot of different places to go to do that. Bowana into the final minute of regular time, and that is some skill. Ball into the box, Bazzini waiting, and it's a reaction stop from Gunther Rankenberg, who rises to the occasion with a strong right paw. Ate him up pretty quickly there. Rankenberg holds his nerve as Alves provided a spotless delivery, and Bazzini was the one who did catch it. Rankenberg didn't have to move much, otherwise it would have been a much harder equation to solve for. South Georgia Tormenta darkening the doorstep. They have not much in this half. Been happy to play the role of antagonist after claiming their go-ahead goal. Some insurance before the break would be something to celebrate for the home side. The board will pop up, it appears, before the corner can be taken.
There will be 2 minutes of extra time added, ladies and
Sure
gentlemen.
what Mr. Jimenez is unhappy with. It's 2 minutes of stoppage time. Within swing, plowed away. Toby Sims in the mix. Tormenta go again. Jimenez. Back in Cabral. Cabral has his shot carried away. Connor Evans, the one who was brave enough to step in front. Chopping challenge on the far touchline. Play allowed to continue. Jimenez. Brought it along. Jimenez. Creeping towards the end of this first half of play. Greenville trying to author a comeback route. It gets away from Tormenta. Kind of sounded like the whistle may have gone off. Looked like some of the players certainly stopped. Now they definitely will. Another foul awarded this time. It looked like Yanniv Bazzini was the one entangled.
Okay, about 30 seconds to go.
In free space is Chapo Herrera. It's closed quite quickly by Yanniv Bazzini. Maybe one last chance to get it ahead. Going in the wrong direction. Fricky just forcing it upfield. Second ball is won by Connor Evans, and this move will be allowed to meet its expiration before the end of the half. Or it won't. At the break, South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville triumph, separated by a single goal provided by that man, Mikel Rashid. His tally inside the first 10 minutes has taken the home side one goal ahead. On course for an all-important, all 3 points for Ian Cameron and his group. We will dissect everything that's come and gone here at the intermission here in Statesboro. We find ourselves at the curtain fall, 1-0 South Georgia.
From Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holler those all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
I need to try it first.
Imagine a world where every small act of kindness sets off a chain reaction, where one moment of compassion ripples outward, shaping the community around us. This is our home. This is our family. And just like the game we love, we are stronger together. Because here, in our humble corner of the world, the ripple effect begins with us. One gesture, one act, more than a kit. This is who we are.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
Here at the site where it all started, South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville triumph, the first ever game in this division's history. At the half, we have it 1-0. As we revisit the moment that was, South Georgia Tormenta taking it on the day and opening this league 1,000 games ago. This clash continuing here today. A look back at that fateful day.
It is a milestone 7 years in the making. USL League One is about to stage its 1,000th match, and no one has played in more of those matches than Greenville Triumph defender Evan Lee.
163 league appearances. How cool is that to be a part of that history?
It's really cool. I think it's things like that you think about growing up, and when you can find a good club in Greenville like I have, and a good league that is healthy and growing, it's really cool to be a part of.
You guys were the inaugural match, and everything was going fine until you had the defender's worst nightmare. You were stuck, the only guy left on a 2-on-1. What do you remember about that moment in the first League One game?
Not being very much fun in that moment. But what I do really remember is obviously being disappointed in the result for us, but excited the league had kicked off, and excited that we were able to take Alex Morel, the first ever goal scorer, and bring him over to Greenville the next season. So that's really what I remember from it.
Lee and the Triumph have seen plenty of big moments. There was Liam McKinnon's 4-goal showing against Chattanooga Red Wolves in 2023. The year before, a 5-5 10-goal draw against South Georgia Tormenta. So good, they now call it the Peach States Derby. Speaking of derbies, the Henny Derby between Forward Madison and Richmond Kickers finished League One's first ever CBS SN match in grand fashion.
The Richmond Kickers win the Henny Derby!
From Madison's Snopener to Union Omaha's season points record in 2023, League One is writing history one match at a time.
You got Ronaldinho with a shovel in the dirt, getting ready to get a stadium going here. Does this come together better than you thought?
Definitely. Because again, when you come to a new team, you're not really sure. And it's easy to throw buzzwords around and say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But to see the club try to push forward and actually make some progress in these things is really good. That goes to show how serious the league is, and that's all we can ask for at the end of the day.
Here at the break, as South Georgia Tormenta sit 1 goal ahead of Greenville Triumph. Looking good for the home side as we set to step aside. Kochel, who passed away Thursday evening following a courageous 9-year battle with brain cancer. Despite countless surgeries and treatments, John embraced life every day with a passion and a love that lit up every room he walked into. A valued member of the USL HQ staff since 2015, he will forever be remembered by his big smile, contagious laugh, and his deep love for his family. John is survived by his wife and son. He was just 39 years old.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines.
You can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue UD. A little comfort is knowing someone's there for you. There for your business. There for your community in good times and in bad. With preparation, hard work, and relentless determination. At Georgia Power, we're there when you need us most. We're here for Georgia, and we're here for you.
At the intermission, South Georgia Tormenta, the ones smiling, 1 goal ahead of Greenville Triumph. Another clash between these foes so familiar. If we look at the news and notes, there are plenty of notables in the USL League One right now. The 1,000th career game in this league's hit coming up on to get out of the group phase in this inaugural rendition of the tournament in its current format. And it's a big day in Oregon as USL Eugene gets out of the gate, up from the blocks here in this one. They will begin play in 2026 and start their journey in the USL League One. Ever growing this division with so much promise and opportunity. As for the out-of-town scores in the here and now, here's what we're working with around the division. Points so precious right now. It's a final of 0-0 for the early kickoff between Forward Madison and AV Alta. Madison continuing a good stretch of play for them. Charlotte Independence out in front of a surging Texoma, 2-1. That is a long road trip for Adrian Forbes and his crew. They're trying to endure that and stay above the playoff line. One Knox has the lead on Portland Hearts of Pine. And at the break, 2-1, FC Naples back in front of Richmond Kickers there. As we move forward, the upcoming schedule in the division and how that stands right now. We already told you later on tonight that Millennium Mark match between Spokane Velocity and Union Omaha will be a tasty one on ESPN+. Moving on into the midweek. On Wednesday, it's a triple stack involving South Georgia Tormenta on national distribution on the CBS Sports Network against FC Naples. Union Omaha, another shot to climb the table as the team that holds the crown is currently below the line. Westchester SC trying to get back good as well. Chattanooga Red Wolves and Forward Madison. Match that's been played plenty of times down the years. Chattanooga Red Wolves, what a story, what a job that they're doing this year as they lead the pack into this final turn at the top of the table. We set to step aside here in South Georgia. The floodlights beaming, a 1-0 scoreline. It should be a delightful affair in the second half. Stakes are high when we come back. Frame number 2 coming to you on the other side of a break.
Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your childcare needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us.
I need to try it first.
At Savannah Hilton Head International, you can choose from 11 different airlines, including Southwest Airlines, Breeze Airways, and Avelo Airlines. With up to 70 daily nonstop departures and over 30 nonstop destinations, Savannah Hilton Head International gives you more choices for a travel plan that fits your needs. Savannah Hilton Head International. Visit flysav.com.
Imagine a world where every small act of kindness sets off a chain reaction, where one moment of compassion ripples outward, shaping the community around us. This is our home. This is our family. The ripple effect begins with us. One gesture, one act of care, one unwavering commitment to something greater than ourselves. This is more than a kit. This is who we are.
You just saw South Georgia Tormenta, despite only having about 45% of the ball with 3 shots on target. As we look back out to the live action here in the Peach State, South Georgia Tormenta need all 3 points. Greenville Triumph trying to figure out what the formula is on the road and get only their 2nd road win of the year. Back underway. Greenville Triumph and South Georgia Tormenta. Since it's 1-0, Peyton Gallagher up amongst it for what has been a physical and at times frustrating game for Greenville Triumph. South Georgia Tormenta have done their job and then some. And Greenville have shuffled the deck a little bit. Ivan Ajakwa, who's missed nearly a month here with injury, will come in and replace Tyler Pollock. Some young legs at fullback, a position he played at times in college. He's been asked to do it a little bit at the start here for Greenville. Very versatile young player that is as hungry as any player in this Greenville side to make an impact. Lobbed in by Pollock. It sits kindly in the middle, hit towards goal by Robles. Sims another ball, it comes bouncing in. Shepherded away and Connor Evans let down by the first touch. Robles running, Rodrigo Robles at the back post. Knocked off course and Cabral will clean up. And the break is brewing. Mason Tunbridge, chased by Rodrigo Robles, still Tunbridge. Mason Tunbridge! And it's easy meets for Gunther Rankenberg. He's right there the whole way. Toby Sims gasping for wind as Mason Tunbridge showing off the potency in the counter for South Georgia. Greenville must be mindful not to overextend. Chapa Herrera and Rodrigo Robles doing their best to chase it back and did just enough in the end. Just finishing up on Ivan Ajakwa, though. Player that's been praised by Rick Wright for his ability in year 1 as a professional to raise the standard with how hard he goes after it in training and in game. And that massive impact late on against Richmond Kickers to salvage a crazy 3-3 draw on the road earlier this year. Speaking of crazy draws, you're watching a pair of sides that played parts in the highest scoring draw in USL League One history. Previous clash between South Georgia Tormenta, Greenville Triumph finishing 5-5. See if that kind of twist and tail is in store tonight. In by Sims. It's a biteless header away, but it's taken out of play by South Georgia. And it will be a corner kick. Greenville putting the screws to their opponent early on. Chapa Herrera marshalling. No way forward though. Connor Evans. Hoisting a ball to the far side, now in for Robles.
Hey, we're too deep.
It's a choreographed move from Greenville Triumph, just knocking it about.
Your run's too early.
Tormenta,
Stretch him back.
reluctant to recede, making him fight for every blade of grass.
Can't lose it. Can't lose it.
Conti, Corvino.
Structure, Chopper. Structure. Keep tight in the middle. There you go.
Corvino swiveling. Rodrigo Robles hunting for a moment that matters. Shipping this one tall. One well by Greenville Triumph. Zakowski. This is a real measuring stick now for South Georgia Tormenta. It is a sign of the times how they have dropped off after going a goal ahead. Starting to play every match, and it is a cliche, but for a reason, like a final at this point. Season starts now for both of these teams as they enter the third act, and for Greenville Triumph, despite the stops and the starts and the success in the Jägermeister Cup, find themselves really up amongst it, trying to get into the post. And it's just a bit of dialogue between he and the center official. Herrera is pleading a pointless case. He had the little shove on Handwala Bawana after the initial foul. Referee just doing their best to get a lid on everything. Tormenta trying to do much of the same as that ball carries in over the top and out. Tormenta have done a really strong job today of limiting the space in behind, forcing Greenville to go slowly up the field and try and do things the hard way. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access. That's on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157. To throw everything but the kitchen sink at trying to solve the particular puzzle that they put themselves in. Herrera allowed to receive in turn. Sims. Evans picking up the pieces and punching one along. It's a prying ball in. Robles at the controls. Robles. Ben Zakowski has missed the mark. Narrowly, but all the same, it remains 1-0 as Ben Zakowski back in the starting 11 today. Can't leave the impact. Best opportunity of the half for Greenville, and maybe since that first look at goal from Rodrigo Robles straight away. The South Georgia player is down. It looks like that's Mikel Rashid. He's been put through a bit of a physical ringer so far in this one. The goal getter, his first for South Georgia earlier in the contest, and he is ailing here. South Georgia Tormenta have used a whole myriad of options at center half this year. The natural replacement, if Mikel Rashid cannot continue, would be Jackson Simba Kasanzu, who's filled that role on 11 occasions so far this year. Down by Champa Herrera. Herrera is the one who lays down the beat in midfield, averaging just north of 65 touches and 50 passes per game this season. Down from last year, but back to his regular ways in that first moment of build-up. Rankenberg finding the store. Now Reed Steven is being prepared in the technical area as well as the former Greenville man, Aaron Walker. Aaron Walker, a longtime veteran of this league and former teammate of several in the Greenville fold, including Evan Lee, who you saw that wonderful feature on at halftime. A handful of players who have been here every step of the way in USL League One. Brendan Fricky loses out. Toby Sims has his back. Aaron Walker, part of that original Greenville outfit, alongside the likes of the recently departed Tyler Polak as well as Evan Lee. And Walker will rejoin. On that day, he wore different colors. The tip of the spear many a time for Tormenta this year. Come off the bench in each of the last 2 games, and he will fill a similar occupation in this one. Connor Doyle, the one who makes the spot for Aaron Walker. Looks like Jonathan Nienjo departs. As Reed Stephen comes on. Now Reed Stephen, who's provided 5 of his 6 goals on the year in all competitions, beyond the 70th minute. Called upon to add that late magic maybe once more here today. Hemmed into the corner, and foul is awarded. Toby Sims trying to maybe provide a little extra incentive to help South Georgia's player off the deck, and actually no foul was given. It's out for a goal kick. Popped along to Chapa Herrera. He finds himself encircled. Greenville struggling to get out of their own end right now. Got to go somewhere with it. It's looped along by Connor Evans, down by Robles. And as reinforcements arrive, foul is called. Greenville go immediately. Sloping into Toby Sims, who gets the better of his man. Pumps along to Ropapa-Mensah, a stiff header. Back with South Georgia. 3-man in the center, it's Cabral. Bawana waiting on it. South Georgia Tormenta, a rare chance to take their turn with it. Bawana sidestepping Zakowski. Cabral. Dashing one in behind, that Rankenberg will be the only one allowed to touch. Georgia Tormenta have struggled in the final half hour of games this season. They've allowed 11 across league play, which is tied for the league high.
Get to it!
Getting to that particular witching hour. A real test of whether or not South Georgia Tormenta are ready to turn the corner and make that playoff push. There is a lot of value in a team that knows how to win 1-0. South Georgia Tormenta would love to be more comfortable than that at the end of the night, but this is a real crucible that they find themselves up amongst.
Stop running beyond the game!
Loose for Sims to watch to the end of the line and not taking any chances with his defending.
Where is it?
The ball exited the field far further upstream, and South Georgia Tormenta making sure to extract every possible second from this stoppage in play. Kaleidoscope of motion ahead of the throw. Bazzini on the scene, and once more Toby Sims, who's minding his P's and Q's with the clearance. That man has done a lot of running this year off a full season that saw him play more than 40 times in England for Harrogate Town and straight into the action for Greenville since his arrival a couple months ago at this point. Been such a pivotal piece in the good performance of Greenville in the recent weeks. He steps in for another challenge. Tormenta press on regardless. Alves not allowed access. There will be a goal kick as it touched Alves on the ankle on its way out. Mason Tunbridge is the one who felt the sting of that tackle from Toby Sims. His side in retreat to get back behind it. Greenville leading the division in terms of headed goals scored. Tormenta bottom of the league in headed goals allowed. Ian Cameron was sharply aware of that fact. Said in the build up to this game that they needed to limit the overloads outside and deny that opportunity to get crosses in. They've done that. Now they look to do it themselves. Flipped along. Alves. Much more of an attacking presence so far in this half for South Georgia. Trying to maybe defend a little bit more with the ball than against it. On for Tormenta. Walla Moana, a heady fake. Driving towards the box, Moana with options. He picks Glory, and it's blocked. I think he knows he had an overlapping runner that could have played in there. To the top of the area, Cabral spins it in. Bazzini fighting for it, and he's just left it shy of the post. Did so well to fight off Brendan Fricke. Unable to conjure that finishing touch in a real fight. Cabral set up so nicely for him. Just inviting him to shoot. The care on Bazzini. Fails to provide punctuation. Greenville once more on the advance, and it's short-lived. Foul ushered in against Oscar Jimenez. Connor Evans snaking away, finding the feet of a friend. Now it's Toby Sims, who was just late to get there. A long busting run up from the back end. Not enough gusto to get there in style. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Oscar Jimenez is struggling now. See if he can't carry on. Not much I should say in the way of defensive reinforcement for South Georgia in terms of natural fullbacks available on the bench today. See if Jimenez isn't able to continue what kind of solution Ian Cameron might go for. A lot of mileage in those legs. Jimenez will know how to manage himself. Such an important part of South Georgia Tormenta in 2025, one of the few bright spots. Very up and down season. For now, it's down to 10 men as Jimenez receives attention. Again, Jackson Simba Kasanzu is the only natural defender left waiting in the wings here. Possibly a shift to a back three if Jimenez can't continue. Over the head of Bazzini. Ajakwa with a punt. Jimenez is back on. And Walla Moana growing ever involved. gusting away and guiding wide. Alves. Field is stunted by the tackle of Benzikowski. Tormenta recovering. Looks like Sebastian Vivas is being run through the final checklist. Touch box. Another striker option for South Georgia Tormenta. He waits calmly. There's an opportunity to come on, and we'll see who he replaces. Tabonare. Slicing run from Mallory Steven. Content to just move it around. South Georgia Tormenta. Oh, that's fantastic. Handwalo Boana. Wide of him is Alves. Bodies in the box. Bazzini the target. It skips away. Sprung up on him rather quickly, and Greenville now open their gates. You can sense a degree of exhaustion setting in for Greenville. They're struggling to get up and down the field as they break out from their defensive positions. Over the top, that's some touch. Robles, is he the spark again? Corvino. Zakowski. Ben Zakowski looking for the half yard. It was actually Connor Evans. Needed something more than what he had. Here's Ben Zakowski. Herrera exploring in the wide spaces as he spins away from Handwalo Boana.
Get behind them! Spin up! Benny, same to you!
Anthony Patti. Neat and tidy. Greenville slicing away. A Jacques was cross. Mensah! Off the post, the rebound is in! Rodrigo Robles arrives in style and plays protagonist again. He can't help it. Greenville level. Rodrigo Robles for the third time this year in the league. He answers the bell. It looked like the chance might be in and out of the grasp as it was helped along onto the woodwork. Austin Pack at the mercy. It is a ruthless bit of finishing from Rodrigo Robles. He has turned into the star man in the back half this year. It was such a good preseason for him. 4 goals and 1 assist, and then in and out of the team to start the year. Confidence, something that was hard to come by for him. He has found himself, and Greenville have found a leveler. And South Georgia Tormenta feeling the aftershocks. It looks like Mikel Rashid is down again. Sebastian Vivas was the initial plan to be substituted in. Ian Cameron may have changed that course with how the game has changed so violently. We will see. This is not the first time we've seen Mikel Rashid require attention. It is a thorough examination and not a pretty picture. Rashid requiring some assistance to get back to his feet. This will all be heaped on in stoppage time as we now suddenly sit at 1-1. This is one of the highest scoring ties in the history of the league, the second most, in fact. Now 59 total goals across all the league ties in this 20th exchange between South Georgia Tormenta and Greenville Triumph. It is Sebastian Vivas and Jackson Simba Kasanzu making up a double-barrel change for Ian Cameron. Mikel Rashid, the goal scorer, his day is done. Vivas is on for Mason Tunbridge, who provided the assist in both parts and parties to that goal. Well, it looked like Rashid would head out, but it actually will be Oscar Jimenez. So Rashid will have to continue now. Both those changes brought to you by Pestmaster, presenting sponsor South Georgia Tormenta Substitutions. Also looks like Ben Sikowski will make a spot for Devin Benton to head into the game. Benton is a natural fullback, so that may aggressively change the deck for Rick Wright. See if that brings about a formational change. Connor Evans, of course, has played that position this year. That's where he started before moving into the mid-park. Toby Sims has played center back and fullback throughout his career and with Greenville Triumph. Somewhat curious as to whether or not it's business as usual as foul is called against Connor Evans, or if it will be to a back three style of system as Greenville bring on the second striker. Sebastian Vivas and Yaniv Pizzini likely to play off each other in a partnership. They have a free kick, not too dissimilar an area to where the goal that South Georgia Tormenta scored in the first half was delivered in. It belongs to the captain, Cabral. Crashed away, and foul is awarded. A bit of over physicality in the box. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and the ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. USLChampionship.com, USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. It's a speculative ball in behind. Mensah's around the keeper. It appears it will be a point to the spot. It's only a yellow card, but it will be a penalty for Greenville Triumph. Ropapa Mensah, a train on track as he rumbled in, and Austin Pack left a lump on him. And in a matter of moments, Greenville have turned the whole thing around. Ropapa Mensah has struggled to gain a foothold in the game. It's raw stick-to-itiveness that wins a window to go ahead. Austin Pack leaves the leg out, arrives late. It's a clear penalty. Now, because of the new double jeopardy rules in the game, will not be a red card for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Just a yellow, but because it's a penalty, it might be a little bit of an over-punishment to send the team down a man and give a penalty kick. The team that wins the whistle. So Pack will stay on, and he will try and atone for his sins in goal. A chance to maybe save one. And it's been Chapo Herrera who has had the honors of taking these, but he missed last weekend in the Jägermeister Cup, had his penalty saved. So it looks like it will be Toby Sims. Sims with already 2 goals in the league this year. And he eyes an important moment. Actually, he's just guarding the ball for Rodrigo Robles. Robles sitting on 1, trying to make it 2. Scored his last penalty low into the left of the keeper. Greenville from 1 goal down, a chance to climb ahead in the second half. It lies on the shoulders of Rodrigo Robles, who steps up for Greenville Triumph and scores. Rodrigo Robles snatches the spotlight, and Greenville go ahead. The foul from Austin Pack left little doubt as to where the point would be. Always heading to the spot. And Rodrigo Robles, despite the best effort of Austin Pack, has done just enough to nudge it inside the grasp of the goalkeeper and bestow his side with an important lead on the road. Robles scores again. Entering today, he had 7 goal contributions in the last 10 games. Only 1 in the first 6 of the season. He's added 2 more. And Greenville are at it again. They have found a way to come back much more from early deficits. In recent games, notably 1-0 down early against Chattanooga Red Wolves, found a way to win that one. 1-0 down last weekend in the Jägermeister Cup. Against FC Naples, dug themselves out with complete control in that game. It's becoming a bit of a pattern now for Rick Wright and his bunch. Hobbled and handicapped without Siobhan Marsh, who had been so good for them. 3 goals in the last 4. Leo Castro, their leading goal scorer, is trying to figure out what works for them in 2025. Robles, brimming with confidence now, and he nearly won himself a corner. Famous day for Rodrigo Robles as we head into the final quarter hour. Georgia Tormenta have been the ones doing the defending for the duration of the game. Chapa Herrera niftily away. Cabral might be in hot water here. It was a foul before Cabral's little tug of the shirt. It looks like Aaron Walker is going to go in the book. Pretty clear.
Yellow card has been issued on Walker.
Too strong from behind. Aaron Walker sharing a smile with former manager that had high praise for him in the build-up to the game, Rick Wright. Rick never directly managed Aaron Walker, but was an assistant. Aaron was still in the upstate. Said his degree of professionalism is second to none in this league and elsewhere. Mensah in the fold again, this time unable to make an impact. We hear both managers screaming from the technical area for their sides to dig in and fight, tooth and nail to the finish line. Back in play. Vivas a nod back. Cabral and Walker. Robles chasing it wide. It's the back heel of Reed Steven. Steven regains. Still, Niall Reed Stevens somehow to the end of the riddle, did not have the answer, but was fouled. Ivan Jacko, the offender. Tormenta have only gained 4 points from losing positions this year, second least in USL League One. To play. Ball in at the back post, gets away from Vivas. It was a good look. Some claims that there was illegal interference there. Will go unheard. It will be a quickly taken corner. Came off the head of Brendan Fricke.
Let's put that ball in the net.
Ball in. Rankenberg applies the knuckle, not all the way clear. Reed Steven. Some calls for handball at the top of the box. Bowana. The curving effort is taken off its trajectory straight away by Chapa Herrera and tracked back down by Mikel Rashid. Greenville, on the other side of that coin from earlier, have dropped the fewest points from winning positions this year at only 4. Contrast paints a picture of exactly what will be required of South Georgia Tormenta if they want to get back to even footing. Vivas threading along. Cabral. Cabonare up into the box. Bowana in. Pin back is Rankenberg. A high header is carried over frame, and now Reed Steven have to look in with some assistance to push off. Not much of a question to this. Didn't use the extension to gain the advantage, but went hip to hip before the ball arrived. Ivan Jacqua just back into the team. Finds himself on the grounds. Player that Rick Wright will be happy to have out there in this closing phase as Greenville will be asked to dig very deep to see this out. Doing so, it looks like Rick Wright has looked into his dugout for that final bit of inspiration. A couple changes being ready. We'll wait to make those for the next window. Free ball in the middle. Rankenberg alive and not enough time to pick it up. It's like Seba Velasquez, having missed the last 11 games, will rejoin the side. He's been back in training in recent weeks. The chance here. Ball stays in. Devin Benton was trying to creep in the back door. Well met by South Georgia. Bowana. Tormenta trying to work through the gears. Greenville preventing easy access to the attacking half, but Tormenta can find the avenue. Cabral. One touch stuff and foul is given. Pascal Corvino was overextended, lunging in to try and regain possession. Should be a moment of opportunity for those changes to be made here.
It's a natural motion when someone slides and kicks the ball.
Here they come. Seba Velasquez by way of Medellin. The Colombian comes back in and replaces Rodrigo Robles, who will not get a chance at a hat trick, but has written his name all over the history of this tie tonight. 2 goals. Greenville found their back on the canvas. Bounced right back to their feet. It's also going to be Chapa Herrera's swan song.
Same role for him.
He was on a yellow, so this is probably wise game management from Rick Wright to move any kind of opportunity for a second yellow card to change the calculus of the game. Seba Velasquez back in and back up amongst it, brought into the fray. It does look like Greenville might change the shape a little bit to a 5-3-2 type of outlook. Devin Benton allowed to be that second hunting dog next to Ropapa Mensah. Just trying to make South Georgia Tormenta expel energy, get to the doorstep. Pounded away by Greenville. Ropapa Mensah using all of that frame. Spins away, Ropapa Mensah fires at goal. It's blocked away by Austin Pack. Mensah watches it go to the corner, and it's a corner kick. Mensah starting to really find himself on the front side as Austin Pack makes a nice save there. Making his first start in some time today. He earned the penalty. That was a well-hit ball. Forced a save out of Austin Pack. That's 2 goals and an assist in his career against Tormenta. All of those coming last year for Chattanooga Red Wolves. Not scored in 294 days, and he is stalking in the box ahead of this outswinging corner from Connor Evans. skipping along. Seba Velasquez, a clean first touch from him. The ball does not have a rudder. In behind and out for a goal kick, and immediately down for Greenville. Tormenta on his back. Tormenta, in many ways, the point of difference right now in the game. It was his extra effort that won the penalty that saw Rodrigo Robles provide that puncturing moment from the penalty spot. The game was 1-0 in the 66th minute. By the playing out of the 75th, it was 2-1 to Greenville. Tormenta is still struggling. Evan Lee and Carlitos Anguiano are the only two players that could be brought into the game at this point by Rick Wright. Two midfielders, so it appears it will be strikerless the rest of the way. As we saw the physio, the universal symbol for substitution. Ivan Ajakwa has been put in that position a couple times this year to see out games as a battering ram. Rain starting to fall once more. Adding atmosphere to an all-important closing of this competition. Game 999 in the USL League One, coming thrilling conclusion. Prying wide, South Georgia Tormenta. Bawana, freedom in the center of the park. Greenville clutching the game with white knuckles. Reed Stephen swinging away. Aaron Walker, the former Triumph player, drifting a ball in behind. Off the toenails. It was just a matter of that small of a margin for Yanni Pizzini, who flung his leg out and nearly got the all-important redirection. Rankenberg keeping calm in the face of real fire. Ropapa-Mensah may come back on. Greenville have had 4 individual changes, and no, it will be Evan Lee, who was on the field that fateful day. Saw his marker prove the point of difference late on in that first ever game in league history. Evan Lee, he's played more minutes and more games than anybody in this division. Only fitting he's on the field in this final phase. Mensah is off. That will be the final change for Greenville, unless Ropapa-Mensah's injury is deemed a concussion substitution. That's just not going to be good enough for South Georgia Tormenta. Ian Cameron at a knee, he knows it. They've let this one go. They scored in the first 10 minutes of the game. They had it in their clutch. Did not have the strength to keep hold. Rashid. Simba Kasanzu and Rashid again. Seba Velasquez providing the resistance. Aaron Walker, operating room. Skiing away from Connor Evans. Might have a lot of stoppage time on the other side of the 90 minutes. And a lot of pause and play in this half of action. Now Reed Stephen drops the shoulder. Skirts one, tackle two. Gets brought down, advantages there. Vivas in behind and alive to it. He's Gunther Rankenberg. Good refereeing there from Drew Klemp to let that play out. Board being calibrated by John Rush. Now Reed Stephen caught a blow as he released the ball and nearly played in his teammate. If there is a hero in this for South Georgia Tormenta, likely him. He has more than once come through in the big moment. I told you earlier how much of an impact he's had beyond the 70th minute now, Reed Stephen, but it's been even more than that. 4 of his goals have come beyond the 80th minute this year. And he is the one into 7 minutes of stoppage time. Setting the pace as Zane Bubb steps in and eradicates any immediate threat. Cabral. Jacques was done. Driving forward is Alves. Stepping in for the tackle. Brendan Fricke has moved over to the left-sided center back spot. And Walla Bawana renews the siege. Cabral gets away from Reed Stephen. Velasquez is chopped down. It was a meaty tackle. Reed Stephen got there first, apparently. Velasquez is still down. And play is stopped. Seba Velasquez in serious discomfort. He had just come back into live action after missing over a month's time. And he took a serious thud at the grip of now Reed Stephen. Rick Wright voicing his discontent with the officiating crew. Seba Velasquez was on a collision course with now Reed Stephen. Reed Stephen went diving in. You heard the clatter from all the way up here, and as it sits, it will be a drop ball when we resume. Here's a closer examination of the exact timing of that coming together, and Reed Stephen does get there first, but the studs are up. It lands high on the leg of Seba Velasquez, and Reed Stephen makes a fair claim on the ball. He wins the ball, and that's probably what saves him, because if he misses out, you don't want to be too hasty in making broad proclamations, but that very well could have been a red card. Just measuring the height of the tackle, the speed of the tackle, and the fact that Reed Stephen did not have those toes pointed. That will leave a nasty mark on Seba Velasquez. And it has been a nip and tuck type of game. The price of victory may be a couple bruises. Seba Velasquez was not embellishing there at all. Got the full brunt of that one. Now, given we are in the 3 minutes of stoppage time, but it had hardly started when this stoppage of play went into effect. So, theoretically, we could very well see the 100th minute in this contest. Clock should not be running right now, and this should all be factored into the ending arithmetic. Not sure if Seba Velasquez can continue here. This would be important because if Ropapa Mensah was not ruled a concussion substitute, Greenville would not be able to make another change. They've used all 3 moments and all 5 subs. It does look like Velasquez will give it the old college try. Carlitos Anguiano is the only player left on the bench of the outfield persuasion. There is Seth Tormenta, of course, the backup goalkeeper. We are back underway, as is Seba Velasquez. Rashid. Ball in from deep. And surged away by Zane Bubb. Bawana. Andwala Bawana. They will need to be crafty here, South Georgia Tormenta. Bawana into his regular tricks, and it's now Reed Stephen and Aaron Walker. Tabonare. not making any progress right now. South Georgia Tormenta just in that horseshoe pattern around the low-lying block of Greenville Triumph, then carries out a play for a goal kick. Precious seconds coming off the board. Gunther Rankenberg certainly aware of that fact. Greenville were breached early. They did not back down. They find themselves at the precipice of all 3 points. Twisting away and foul. Greenville with only 4 points on the road, the least in USL League One. But if this holds, back above the playoff line in the live table. Play is yet to resume, and due to that fact, it will be a yellow card for time wasting. Lumped in towards the corner, and Ivan Ajakwa has gotten over physical. Again, expecting that this game will pass towards the 100-minute mark due to the stoppage time for the Seba Velasquez injury. He's the one who's giving his best to chase the ball here. Mikel Rashid widening out for Alves. Alves in. Spun away by Devin Benton. And Connor Evans clears the lines. Tormenta, not much in the way of attacking activity in this half of play. Hardly troubled the goal. Only 1 shot on target in this 45 minutes. Headed away, a little bit nervy for Greenville here. Aaron Walker. Evan Lee can't get rid of it. Toby Sims can. Takes a wild swing at it, and play is again stopped. This time it's Zane Bubb who took one in the chops. The Tormenta technical area isn't happy with it, but just getting a little look under the hood, it certainly looks like Zane Bubb caught one fairly unpleasantly, and yeah, absolutely. Nothing theatrical here. It will give Tormenta a chance to feel the precise gravity of the predicament that they've put themselves in. They will have to go to a special place to summon a way out. Zane Bubb will have to exit for the time being. And because play was stopped in a live situation, the ball did travel out. Toby Sims did have that clearance. It should be a throw-in for South Georgia Tormenta. So Greenville will have to defend, down to 10 and down a center back. Great chance to maybe get the ball into the area quickly. Bubb will be anxious to rejoin Alves, lining up Ajakwa. Sees the overlap. It comes across frame, and Rankenberg will flap at it to keep it on. Maybe trying to prevent a corner there. And the danger is dealt with. Another goal, South Georgia Tormenta. They have to have it now. The game at the breaking point, beyond the Century Park nearly. Aaron Walker widening. Reed Steven with spark. With a ball across the bow that's blocked. It's a corner kick and everybody up. Austin Pack gave away the penalty that saw the lead slip away. Can he play hero now? All bodies in and around the box for South Georgia Tormenta. Within swing. Pack's up for it! The goalkeeper has leveled things late! Austin Peck the practitioner of some miracle, the great escape for South Georgia Tormenta. Rack your head in disbelief. The goalkeeper who gave away the penalty, that saw his side behind, with 2 gloves, grabs a point at the last. Unbelievable, does not do it justice. The South Georgia kid, up and away. He's gone over the ad boards and left some residue on that jersey. Literally basking in his own glory. And beyond the 100th minute, Greenville find themselves leveled by South Georgia Tormenta's goalkeeper. But it's not over. Trying to catch the keeper off the line, drifting off course, it's a goal kick. South Georgia Tormenta, allowance to go forward once more. Referee looks at the watch, Aaron Walker ahead. DJ Benton onto it. Sent spiraling, it stays in. Conduelo Bolana, the referee is still letting it go. Aaron Walker, clattered away by DJ Benton, and all of a sudden it's numbers for Greenville. They can't latch on. We're still going. Free kick, South Georgia. Why not something special? Ball blotted out in game 999 in USL League One history is something for the memory. Austin Pack. How about an equalizer from the goalkeeper?
And that's your final, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we end in the draw. 2-2. Tormenta and
Rick Wright
Greenville.
will have to settle with a handshake and a share of the points. It had to go that way, didn't it? You must remember what you're watching, the USL League One in full flight. Austin Pack. A goal forevermore, and South Georgia Tormenta steal it in the last engagement. And breathe. We'll break it all down when we come back. It finishes 2-2.
From Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System, we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you are prepared to welcome you back to Optum Health System.
I need to try it first.
Well then. 2-2 is the final score. Precisely how it got there, something we'll show you here in a moment, but South Georgia Tormenta, it is, without really overscoring the moment, a miracle in every sense. Their goalkeeper, Austin Pack, a header at the last, and we'll take you back through the winding road that was. Started straight away. Greenville triumph with a real statement of intent. This is the save of the match, brought to you by Vision Source, and it was with clear eyes. Austin Pack saw this one. Maybe a prelude of things to come. A great stop from him, the veteran goalkeeper. 2 for years to come. It was between raindrops that this game played out, and it did not disappoint. Final stats of the night, 2-2 the finish. 12 shots for each side, the last of which for South Georgia Tormenta was only their second shot on target in the entire second half, but it is good enough to break through. A pair of headers for Tormenta take a point against Greenville Triumph, and both sides look up at the playoff line. South Georgia Tormenta, it's a draw. It will feel like a win. A historic clash in this league. Lived up to the billets. Greenville thought they had something special on the road. South Georgia Tormenta had something more for them. It was such a good game to bring to you. For our entire casting crew, folks, I've been Peyton Gallagher. What a game here in the USL League One as we set to step aside. Game number 1,000 coming to you by way of Washington. Folks, we'll talk to you soon.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.